Alright, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to safely unload a motorcycle from a truck so you don't damage either your bike or your truck. Let's get to it. Alright guys, well the first thing you're going to want to do, as you can see here, is make sure you park your truck on a fairly level surface. Now, this isn't perfectly level, and if that's the case, if it's not a perfectly level area, always point the nose of your truck down. That way your tailgate is closer to the ground. You never want to be loading your bike up a ramp where the truck is also at an uphill angle. It just makes your life more difficult. So after you've parked your truck on a fairly level surface, it's time to put the ramp on the truck and actually pull the bike out. Let's do it. All right, guys, so a very important part of loading or unloading any motorcycle is properly positioning your ramp. All right, so this right here is my three-fold motorcycle ramp. Now, I'm going to put a link to where you can purchase these because a ramp like this is going to absolutely save your life. This is a quad ramp, but it's basically three parts that unfolds so that you don't have to worry about accidentally rolling your bike off the edge of your ramp. In addition, this ramp actually, and this is the second part, this ramp actually attaches to your tailgate. So I would highly recommend getting a ramp like this. This made my life so much easier after I got it. So as I said, properly positioning your ramp. So the first thing, make sure the lip of your ramp is firmly on the tailgate. Next, you're going to take the chains of your ramp here. Again, make sure that you're somehow attaching your ramp to your truck, because I've seen many cases where somebody's unloading their bike, something happens, and the ramp actually slides off the edge of the tailgate, and then you're in some hot water because that bike's falling on top of you. So what this ramp actually does is it's got these chains, so all you do is wrap them around your tailgate cables and then hook them to themselves. You do that on both sides. All right, guys, so after you've firmly attached your ramp to your tailgate, it's time to unstrap the bike. Now, unstrapping the bike has to be done in the correct way or you can actually be fairly dangerous. So now, if you unstrap the bike on the side of the kickstand first, what can happen is the strap on the other side actually just pulls the bike over and it'll fall on the side of your truck, which you don't want to do. So let's go unstrap that and let's see how that's done. All right, so this bike is held in place with ratchet straps. These are great when you're unloading bikes. I'll include links where you can purchase these in the description. All you're gonna do is release the tension on the straps. That's done by pulling up on the ratchet a little bit, pulling down with your thumb, and then you can see I've released the tension. All right, so I got that first strap undone. You can see how the handlebars went up, or probably see how the motorcycle went up in the air a little bit. That's why it is so important you make sure you do the opposite side to the kickstand, because if that had gone up and the kickstand hadn't been on the other side, well, the bike would have fallen over. So now that I've undone the first one, let's go and undo the other straps. It's really easy after that because the tension's gone from the bike. So pull that one off, pull the strap off the back. Again, that's really easy. All right. So now your bike is in a rather precarious position because it is simply sitting in the bed of your truck. It's not strapped down, and if somebody were to come up and shake your truck or mess with your bike, it would probably tip over. So you never want to leave it in this position. If you're going to leave it in your truck, always make sure you leave it strapped down, just simply for the safety of it, because I never like having my bike just sitting up in the bed of my truck. So now that the bike is unstrapped, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up in the bed and I'm going to roll it out of my truck. So this is where it can get a little bit hairy. So what you're going to do is you're going to climb up into the bed of your truck, again, making sure that you're not, that the bike's not going to tip over. And what you're going to do is you're going to stand it up and push the kickstand up. So now your bike is just sitting here and it's leaning against you or whatever. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the clutch, you're going to pull in on the clutch, and you're going to make sure the bike is in first gear. You want to make sure the bike's not in neutral, because if worse comes to worse, you want to be able to just drop the clutch and the bike will stop because it can't roll anywhere. After that, you're going to hold your hand on the clutch, you're going to put your other hand on the front brake. Now what you're going to start to do is you're going to start to roll the bike out of the truck. Now, you're going to use the front brake to control the bike's speed and to slow the bike down, and you're only going to drop the clutch in case of emergency. So I almost never have to do that because, well, you only need to do that if the bike starts to lose control. But I usually use the front brake. I use the front brake to slow it down. So what I'm doing is I'm slowly and carefully working the bike out of the truck, making sure I see where I'm going to step next, making sure I keep my finger on the brake pedal. So when you get on the ramp is when it starts to get hairy, because the weight of the bike will start to pull the front tire out, and that's where you can come in with your clutch if you need to slow the bike down and use the gears of the bike to actually slow it down. But you can see I'm just going real slowly. I'm slowly going step by step down, keeping control of the bike while walking down the ramp and just making sure that nothing gets out of control. So once you get to this point, you can usually What I usually do at this point is I just release the brake and I roll the bike the rest of the way out of the truck because I've got proper control. The ground is right there, and this is the easy part. All right, so I'm gonna release the brake. The bike starts to roll backwards. All right, and I got my bike safely out of the truck. All right, guys, well, that's about it. As long as you keep control of the bike and you maintain positive control of the bike at all times, it's really not that difficult. The most difficult part is simply getting it down the ramp without losing control of the bike, especially if you've got a really big, heavy bike. But hey, those are the basic principles of unloading a bike safely from a standard truck bed. Hey, if you like this video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, check out my Instagram. I'll see you later. Stay tuned.